Hello paddlers! Today I'm at Fish Lake in Roxbury, Wisconsin, about 30 minutes north of Madison. This area has seen massive change in the last 10 years, 20 years. The area behind me, all the way up until those people you can see back there, used to be a parking lot. They've had a dramatic rise in water levels in this area in recent years that was pretty devastating to some of the property owners here. Should be a very interesting paddle. Let's go. You can see how far away my car is right there. I'm still technically in the parking lot of what used to be Fish Lake County Park. So it's pretty crazy that 10 years ago, where I'm paddling right now was all dry land. All these trees here used to be on dry land, and I'm a good 50 feet or more from what is now the shore. The water levels in Fish Lake have risen about 6 feet in the last 10 or 15 years. Fish Lake is a seepage lake, which is a little bit unusual for the area, meaning that when the water table rises, water seeps into the lake, and this lake has no outlet. Believe it or not the first time I've seen a refrigerator in the water. Not a full-sized one, but Buffalo Lake last summer, small dorm-sized fridge. But that kind of takes the cake. I've never seen a major appliance in the water. Dare me to open the freezer? Nothing to eat. That tree still has a very crude bird feeder hanging on it. I'm on the south shore of Fish Lake here, and the terrain is just a little bit different than on the north shore. It's a little bit steeper. So right here, I only see maybe about 20 feet that used to be land is now in the water, but there's still all kinds of debris. Like this looks like a storm door. There used to be some trailers and whatnot on this side of the lake, and as recently as a year or two you could still see the rooftops of those trailers. The DNR has since made the owners of them pull them out. Trailers like those are what used to be on the shore that we passed maybe about 3/4 of a mile ago. Those ones are on higher ground. Those ones look like they survived all right. The road right behind me here is the road that used to separate the two lakes, Fish Lake and Mud Lake. When I was launching, one of the local fishermen told me that with his depth finder, he was able to tell that that spot now is about 10 feet underwater. obviously used to be land, and in this particular spot on the southwest side of the lake, I'd say it's a good 50-75 feet more of a dead tree line after this play structure. Belongs to the heron now. That used to be a road. Now it's a boat launch. It's a beautiful house. I just wonder how much longer before they're a victim of the rising water. Another house that looks pretty safe for the time being, but obviously their yard used to extend all the way there. It's a beautiful, very well-maintained barn, but I could practically reach out and touch that silo from the water. This line of trees right here used to line the road that connects both these lakes, and now they're all one. That's so crazy. The blinds are still on the window. I can just about reach up and touch the gutter. Not quite. Just below the surface is the top of their deck. Look at this one, still has a garden hose right there. This is the swing set I'm going underneath right here. There's the slide. I'm actually going to have to duck a little bit to get underneath here. That right there is a refrigerator. This one's in the worst shape, I think. I could probably paddle in there if I wanted to, but I'm not going to. Look, it's still got the ceiling fan. This one I'm touching the roof. I am not going in there. I just have a really long selfie stick. curtains. Oh, there's still something hanging on the wall over there. I wonder what that is. I am guessing that is your standard 80-inch door, and there's maybe 12 inches of it sticking out of the water. I don't know how long it takes curtains to biodegrade, but well, maybe it depends on if they're synthetic fabric or not, but still curtains on that window. Check this one out. They still have dishes, microwave. It looks like they didn't take anything. You can see the water is about counter height. It's hard to tell with the light, but I think there's still a couch right there. Wow. That one still has books on the shelf. So I'm going to close the curtain in the door. Wow, that is unlike anything I've ever seen kayaking before. That is the other side of the road that used to separate Fish Lake and Mud Lake. Completely submerged. Hello, buddy. As long as they don't shake. That was definitely unlike anything I have ever seen kayaking before. This area has had issues with flooding in the homes that bordered Fish Lake and Mud Lake since the 1980s. By 2006, Dane County made a massive effort to pump water out of Fish Lake, but with multiple years in a row with more than average rainfall, they just weren't able to keep up. And by the late 2000s, those homes were either destroyed, moved, or they were just had to be purchased by Dane County. Judging by the age of those homes, they were built at a time when houses were made out of asbestos and lead. The University of Wisconsin has a pretty close eye on this lake, not only monitoring the water level, but the water quality for contaminants. Thanks for coming with on this rather unique adventure today in Wisconsin. If you haven't yet, please subscribe so you don't miss any of my next adventures. I'll see you next time.